Meghan Markle's life literally does not affect you in any way. So if you hate Meghan, you need to take a hard look at yourself and ask why. Is it because she ruined your high school fantasy of marrying a prince who never knew you existed? Or is it that the world has taught you that black girls are worthless and seeing Meghan being loved so fiercely makes you angry? Harry would rather be her husband than your prince, and it makes you sick. Meghan Markle is smart and classy and brave, and she's a better princess than we deserve. And if you're mad at her, if you think you deserve a better princess than her, that's the definition of uppity.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story that has sparked conversations across social media and beyond. We're talking about the one and only Amber Ruffin, the brilliant comedian, writer, and host of the Amber Ruffin Show, who recently made waves by calling out trolls and shutting down Meghan Markle's haters with some brutal truths. Amber didn't just defend Meghan, she delivered a much-needed reality check to anyone perpetuating the unfair narratives surrounding the Duchess of Sussex. In this video, we'll take a closer look at how Amber used her sharp wit and fearless commentary to dismantle the toxic rhetoric aimed at Meghan. From exposing the blatant double standards in the media to addressing the deeper issues of racism and misogyny, Amber's words hit hard and made an impact. We'll also explore why Meghan continues to face relentless scrutiny and how figures like Amber are stepping up to support her in the face of overwhelming negativity. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive into this incredible story. Amber Ruffin's takedown of Meghan's haters is more than just a viral moment, it's a powerful reminder of why we need to stand up for what's right and speak out against injustice. Let's unpack it all together. Amber Ruffin, the sharp and charismatic host of the Amber Ruffin Show, has built a reputation for tackling hard-hitting issues with her trademark wit and unflinching honesty. Known for blending humor with insightful social commentary, Ruffin never shies away from addressing injustices, whether in politics, culture, or media. One of her most impactful moments came when she took on the relentless wave of hate directed at Meghan Markle. In an era where public figures, especially women of color, are subjected to constant trolling, Ruffin's voice is a breath of fresh air. Her ability to cut through the noise and deliver unapologetic truths has resonated with audiences around the world. Today, we'll unpack Amber Ruffin's brilliant takedown of Meghan's critics, the deeper societal issues it highlights, and why this moment matters so much in the broader context of race, gender, and media bias. Before diving into Ruffin's iconic response, it's important to understand the years of intense scrutiny Meghan Markle has endured. From the moment her relationship with Prince Harry became public, Meghan became a lightning rod for criticism. Every aspect of her life, from her family relationships to her fashion choices, was dissected by the media. What made this criticism particularly disturbing was the racial and misogynistic undertones embedded in it. Words like diva, difficult, and manipulative were frequently used to describe Meghan, painting her as a troublemaker who didn't belong in the royal family. The British tabloids, infamous for their sensationalism, played a significant role in amplifying this narrative. Headlines questioned her motives, labeled her as ungrateful, and accused her of stealing Prince Harry away from his family. However, what many failed to acknowledge was how these criticisms reflected a deeper discomfort with Meghan's identity as a biracial woman who dared to disrupt traditional royal norms. Amber Ruffin didn't just address the unfair treatment of Meghan, she exposed the hypocrisy and systemic biases that allowed it to flourish. In a fiery monologue on her show, Ruffin called out Meghan's critics with a mix of humor and biting truth. "Let me get this straight," Ruffin began, her tone dripping with sarcasm. Meghan Markle married a prince, left a toxic environment, and decided to live her life on her own terms. And for that, she's public enemy number one. Y'all need to look in the mirror. Ruffin's commentary centered on how the hate Meghan receives is not just rooted in her actions but in what she represents, a strong, independent woman of color who refuses to conform. "She's not the problem," Ruffin declared. "The problem is the system that says women like Meghan should stay in their place. And when they don't, they get labeled as difficult." One of the most powerful points Ruffin made was about the coded language used to attack Meghan. Terms like uppity, demanding, and attention-seeking have been weaponized against her, perpetuating harmful stereotypes. Ruffin didn't hesitate to call this out, explaining the historical context behind these words. "Uppity isn't just a word," Ruffin said. "It's a dog whistle. It's what people say when they're too scared to use the word they really mean. And guess what? We all know what that word is. By connecting Meghan's treatment to broader issues of racism, Ruffin forced her audience to confront uncomfortable truths about how society treats women of color who dared to break boundaries. Ruffin's monologue also highlighted the glaring double standards Meghan faces compared to other members of the royal family. She used humor to illustrate the absurdity of these contradictions, pointing out how similar actions by other royals are often celebrated while Meghan is vilified. Remember when Kate Middleton held her baby bump? She was praised as a glowing, devoted mother. But when Meghan did it, suddenly, she's narcissistic and attention-seeking. Make it make sense, Ruffin exclaimed. She also pointed out how Harry and Meghan's decision to step back from royal duties was met with outrage, while other royals' choices to live more privately were seen as reasonable. Harry and Meghan wanted a little independence, Ruffin joked, and Yale acted like they declared war on the Queen. Ruffin didn't stop at calling out individual trolls, she also took aim at the media. She criticized the British tabloids for their relentless attacks on Meghan and their role in shaping public opinion. The tabloids don't just report the news, Ruffin said. They create the news. And when it comes to Meghan, they've created a monster that doesn't exist. She pointed out how headlines often exaggerate or outright fabricate stories about Meghan to fuel outrage and sell papers. Do you know how hard you have to work to turn "woman holds baby bump" into a scandal? That's Pulitzer-level creativity, Ruffin quipped. While Ruffin's segment was filled with humor, it also carried a serious message. She urged her audience to recognize the systemic issues at play and to stand up against injustice when they see it. This isn't just about Meghan Markle, Ruffin said. This is about how we treat women, how we treat people of color, and how we let the media manipulate us into hating someone who's done nothing wrong. She encouraged viewers to think critically about the narratives they consume and to challenge their own biases. Amber Ruffin's defense of Meghan Markle resonated with so many because it went beyond celebrity gossip. It was a powerful commentary on race, gender, and media bias. Ruffin used her platform to amplify a message of fairness and empathy, reminding us all of the importance of standing up for what's right. Her ability to blend humor with hard truths made her message all the more impactful. By calling out trolls and dismantling hateful rhetoric, Ruffin not only defended Meghan but also empowered countless others who have faced similar treatment. Amber Ruffin's defense of Meghan Markle serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of using one's platform to stand up against injustice. By calling out the relentless trolling and exposing the deeper racial and gender biases fueling Meghan's criticism, Ruffin sheds light on the systemic issues that plague public discourse. Her sharp wit and unflinching honesty remind us that while hate may be loud, truth and empathy can be louder. Ruffin's commentary doesn't just vindicate Meghan, it challenges all of us to question the narratives we consume and confront the prejudices that persist in our society. More than just a response to Meghan's critics, Ruffin's monologue is a call to action. It urges people to look beyond the sensationalized headlines and examine the bigger picture, how media bias and societal double standards perpetuate harmful stereotypes. In standing up for Meghan, Ruffin also empowers countless others who have faced similar treatment, reminding them that their worth isn't determined by the opinions of others. Her words resonate deeply, not only because they defend a single individual but because they address a universal fight for fairness and dignity. Ultimately, Amber Ruffin's message is about more than Meghan Markle, it's about humanity. It's about recognizing and challenging the way you hold me, feels so holy. They say we're too young and the pimps and the players say don't go crushing. Wise men say fools rushing, but I don't. In a world often consumed by negativity, Ruffin reminds us of the power of standing up for what's right, and why it's a fight worth fighting every single day.